Tenemos muchos profesionales, así que espero que hayan traído suficientes tarjetas de negocios y que hagan networking y que se conozcan, hagan alianza y colaboren, porque de eso se trata, ayudándonos unos a los otros y echar hacia adelante. Muchas gracias, así que adelante.
Gracias. Y eso es muy cierto sus palabras. La idea es unirnos, conectar unos con los otros y poder hacer negocios, referirnos. Personas para levantar nuestros negocios a pesar de todo lo que ha sucedido. Porque en la unión está la fuerza y recuerden, la Cámara es la voz de los pequeños negocios. También quiero darle las gracias a Jackie Espinosa por abrirnos las puertas de Matador. Me gustaría unas palabritas de ella rapidito a todos los invitados. ¿Sí? No puedes fallar.
Gracias por estar aquí con nosotros en la tarde de hoy. ¿Me escuchan? Que compartan entre todos y safe practice, cada cual tiene su máscara. Gracias por hacer eso y seguimos con la práctica de safety. Gracias por estar aquí en el día de hoy y pues que el 2021 nos traiga cosas muy buenas porque 2020 has to finish already. So, gracias a todos.
Gracias, también queremos darle las gracias a la amiga que se encuentra aquí. Con las máscaras no los puedo ver todos. Un saludito a Ivette, Betty, gracias por venir, van a estar transmitiendo y luego más adelante haciendo entrevistas a ver a los presentes. Saludito a todos los que nos veo por allá, bienvenidos. Estamos esperando que nuestra oradora baje un momentito. Es que está preparando una.
Quería reconocer también a Janet de la oficina de Marco Rubio, que está por ahí con nosotros. No veo a ningún other elected official, but if you are, raise your hand. ¿No? Ni candidato. Ok, bueno, pues muchas gracias por estar aquí, Janet.
Siempre respaldándome. ¿Alguien más? Bueno, quiero también darle las gracias a Cristian y a Yemi por ser parte de la Junta de Kissimmee. Gracias por estar aquí. Estamos esperando por Camara, por favor. Está bajando. Tuvimos un problemita técnico con la copiadora. Bueno, pues vamos a seguir. Es más, vamos a adelantar algunos sorteos. ¿Me puedes traer la bolita de cristal con las tarjetas, por favor? Gracias. Vamos a adelantar, ¿no crees? El tiempo es preciado y qué mejor que comenzar regalando. A mí me encanta regalar. ¿A quién no le gusta que les regalen? Así que primero que nada tenemos una tarjetita aquí, gracias a Melissa Ruiz de Luz Mortgage. Es una tarjetita por $50 para que me inviten a cenar. Esto no.
Es que no tiene nombre.
Por aquí.
Lorena Martínez.
Lorena Martínez. Felicidades. Pasa por aquí. Sí, vamos con uno por ahora para que no se. Aquí tienes brazo. Tú siempre sacas de uno. Sí.
Buenos días a todos, ¿cómo están? Para mí es muy orgullo estar aquí con todos ustedes en este primer Lunch and Learn. Este primer Lunch and Learn de la Cámara de Comercio. El grupo aquí sí me ha hecho un buen trabajo, excelente trabajo, pienso. Para los que no me conocen, yo soy Rey Ríos, el presidente y director ejecutivo de RT Consulting Group, que es una firma de aviación. Hacemos consultoría y soy el secretario de la Cámara Ejecutiva, de la Junta Ejecutiva de la Cámara de Comercio de Puerto Rico en la Florida Central. Quería explicarle cómo funciona el menú o cómo funciona el show que vamos a hacer. Los chefs van a dar los tastings a todos ustedes. ¿Escuchan bien? ¿Qué tal ahora? Mucho mejor. Hay que ser de Ponce, ¿verdad? El menú, de la manera que funciona, los chefs van a estar preparando las diferentes comidas, dándoles a ustedes como los diferentes platters, y de ahí usted escoge qué plato usted quiere, y no me acuerdo cuánto costaba, creo que eran $10, pero de ahí usted coge el plato del almuerzo. Quería explicar eso un poco.
Y también tienen la oportunidad que si desean tomar un cafecito, tomar algo en la barra o pedir algo, lo pueden hacer, estarán los meseros pasándole el menú y con mucho gusto pueden ordenar a su gusto, ¿ok? Para que llenen su partida. ¿Me escuchan ahora? Perfecto. Muy bien, ¿estamos listos? Vamos a empezar con ella para entonces yo subir un poquito.
Bueno, pues vamos a presentar a Miss Anés Pérez. Miss Anés Pérez, ella es la presidenta de Anés Capital Group. Ella solía ser la vicepresidenta del Banco Popular mucho tiempo. Tiene sobre 20 años de experiencia en financial investments y seguros y esas cosas. Así que, Miss Anés Pérez, por favor,
Hi, how are you? My name is Annette Perez. Thank you so much. I have a translator. Is that okay? Does everyone speak English, or do you really want me to use my translator? Who does not speak English or understand?
English.
All right. I have English. Okay. Perfect. All right. Awesome. I have translators in standby. I can say I am from Chicago, Illinois. I was born in Chicago. I was raised in upstate New York. I'm from Rochester, New York. My parents are from Puerto Rico. I do speak Spanish, but it's not a Spanish that I learned in school. It's a Spanish that I learned in the streets. As you know, all the New Yorkers, our Spanish is not very nice, so I'd rather speak English. But I do understand Spanish, so if anyone is not understanding what I'm saying, just raise your hand and I activate my translators, okay? So today, we're gonna talk about protecting your business assets, because everyone has, and I apologize, they are doing more copies. We didn't expect as many people. So I have my assistant upstairs making more copies, but at least one per table, and you can share it. Does everyone, each table have a package? Okay, great. Yeah, okay. You don't have, okay. There's more coming. So as they come down, whoever needs one, feel free to raise your hands and they'll come and bring it to your table. Okay. So have you thought, and I'm speaking to business owners, so have you thought what would happen to your business in the event that you retire, you become disabled, you have a premature death, you get divorced, or you get fired, they fire the principal, one of the principals. So one of the principals decides to withdraw from the business. Have you thought of what would happen to your business that you work so hard, day and night, your sweat, what would happen to it? Just like people do estate planning for their families, and they get a will, a trust, a power of attorney, and those events, you need estate planning for your business. And most people don't know this information, and they don't know how crucial it is to protect your business interests in the event that something happens to you. Anything can happen. You can have an accident and become disabled, and or get amnesia or Alzheimer's. What would happen to your business? And if you're a doctor's office and you have several doctors that are partners, what would happen to that interest or the shares of that business partner? Is their wife going to take over the business that has no clue how to run a business? Their children, I see this a lot. Their children that have never been interested in the business, and now all of a sudden the father or the mother can no longer operate as a principal, and now they're forced, if you don't have a plan in place, they're forced for their children that have no clue how to run a business, and they've been spoiled brats all their lives, are now your new business partner. Ta-da! That's reality. So it's so crucial, and people are like, well, when do I do a estate planning for my business? As soon as you open your corporation. It should be part of your operating agreement, which most people, I find, because I've been in business and I talk to business owners every day, when they just have the articles of incorporation, They have an EIN letter. They have no operation agreement. They have no bylaws in place. Unless you're a nonprofit and you're forced to have bylaws in place in order to apply for grants. That's the only like reason I see like people that have bylaws agreement. But as a business, you should have an operating agreement, and this state plan in place should be part of your operating agreement. Today you will learn the special is going to help you retain authority over your business so you have a financial flexibility you need in the event of retirement, disability, or death. Help stabilize and maximize value of your business and transfer it to the preferred parties in a specified manner. We will discuss resources and tools to meet business planning and objections, including attracting and retaining key employees, protecting the business against unforeseen risk, protecting against the loss of a key employee, ways to ensure the continuation of your business in the event of retirement, disability, death, business owner, key employee, or partner. There's some statistics in the front page that I failed to mention. 30% of family-owned businesses survive into a second generation. 30% of family-owned businesses survive into a second generation. 12% go into a third generation. And only 3% will go to a fourth generation and beyond. And that is, the reason for that is not having a state planning in place, not having a plan to transfer and for your business to continue for generations and beyond. What is at stake without a succession plan into place? What is at risk if you don't have one? One, downturn in revenue, resulting in inability to make payroll or other liabilities. When something happens to a business owner or a partner, that income, loss of revenue that person brought into your business could cause a financial impact to the point that you can't even pay your employees and you got to start laying off people. Loss of sales due to lack of manpower or the disappearance of your personal relationships. Disruption of production or operations. Loss of competitive position or goodwill in the marketplace. Loss of clients. You know, you have a relationship. Clients, people do business with people they like. And when you have a key employee or you have an owner that have really strong relationships, when he's gone, the clients are gone. When I transferred from Wells Fargo to Banco Popular, I brought a lot of my clients. They had a loss. You know, and it's same thing with business owners. When they're gone, those relationships are gone most of the time. Poor operational decisions from ununiformed or unqualified employees or family members. Conflict and disagreements among family members, especially in a family-owned business. When let's say there's 3 children that are now fighting to be CEO of the company or CFO of the company, and they one has a vision to take the company somewhere one way and the other one another way. A lot of conflict. Significant cost to search for train a replacement of that owner or key employee. Liquidation of certain businesses such as soap drops, professional companies. The first strategy that we will discuss is key person. Ask yourself, whom do you consider a key person in your business? How long will it take you to replace them? A key person is someone that without them, you don't have peace of mind. It's that person that when you go on vacation, you leave in charge of that company. It is that person that runs, it's the heart of that business, that works harder than you, that you're the owner, and is the one always there. How long will it take you to replace that key person? Okay? How much will your company stand to lose if you lose that key person? If they decide to go with their competitors? Your solution? You can help mitigate the risk by taking out life insurance policy on the life of the key employee owned by the business. So you take out a policy to that key employee and is owned by the business. With the death of the insured, the policy provides proceeds are tax-free. And they can be used to train another person or replace the loss of revenue, right? So that's the solution for a key person. Second strategy. These are for business owners. You can provide to your employees an executive bonus plan. What is an executive bonus plan? Can be an effective way to reward selected employees or owners while providing tax deductions for employees. Companies can provide key executives or owners growing cash value in the form of a company-paid cash value accumulation insurance policies. The plan is exempt from annual reporting and ERISA requirements. What does that mean? That just like the 401k that is governed by ERISA, and the ERISA is the law that governs 401ks that states you cannot discriminate who you give the 401k to. You have to make it available to all your employees, right? That's what the law says. And there's some certain requirements for ERISA. You cannot touch the funds until you're 59 and a half. If not, you'll get penalized. And once you're 72, you have to start withdrawing funds. Now, this plan is not governed by that. So you can pick and choose who to give an executive bonus plan to. Number one. And all your proceeds or that contribution is tax deductible. And for the employee, is tax deferred, and they can withdraw tax free. And you can set up an executive bonus plan a lot of different ways, and we can talk about that, one-on-one. It's very simple. Now, in the next page, you'll see the benefits of the executive bonus plan for the employer, and we'll discuss the benefits for the employee, for the executive. So for the employer, they can distinguish its compensation package. They can provide selected employees with attractive pre- and post-retirement benefits. Generally receives income tax deduction for executive bonus payments, maintains a plan that is easy to administer and to explain to their employees. Now, the benefits to the employee or the executive employees. They enjoy tax-deferred growth of a life insurance policy cash value. They provide income tax-free death benefit protection for named beneficiaries. They own the policy and has access to an additional source of income to help meet their financial goals. And they can save more for retirement since the plan is not subject to limitations set forth by the statute of the qualified plans, which is the IRA or 401k, the ERISA regulation. Okay. I'll answer questions at the end. I'm going to go right into the buy-sell agreement. Okay. What is a buy-sell agreement? Many people don't talk about it. Many people don't know about it. But a buy-sell agreement, it is a legally binding contract that can be used with all type of businesses that stipulates that upon a trigger event, such as retirement, disability, death, divorce, or withdrawal of a principal, his or her share of the business must be sold either to the remaining partners or shareholders or to the business. This agreement also helps you prepare for the manner of an owner leaving the company, what we call an exit strategy. Okay? Now, this is the agreement that we put in place as estate planning for the business. Some of the key provisions of a buy-sell agreement, just to name a few, is what's in there is which party will be selling and which party will be buying. That's when you choose that, and we'll talk about the different types, that if partner A, there's two owners, partner A passes away, the shares has to go to partner B. Okay, so that avoids the wife or the children taking over if that's not what the owner wants and that's not what's the best interest for the business. That is a mandatory for the seller to sell and for the buyer to buy. That's stipulated on the agreement. The business interest. What is to be purchased? The partnership interest or the membership interest if it's an LLC, or the stock of the business assets. How much the owner or the owner's estate gets, and the buyer pays for the business interest. The timing of the sale, critical element for all parties, and which state law will apply. Many businesses are in different states. So in this agreement, it's okay, we're going to be governed by the state of Florida. We're going to follow the laws of the state of Florida if we're in Florida, or Delaware or Nevada, wherever they choose, that is in this agreement. The process to update the insurance coverage, any exit provisions for the determination of an agreement. And I mentioned insurance, there's different ways to fund a buy-sell agreement. You can do it with borrow funds, you can do it with cash, you can do it the most effective, cost-effective way is a life insurance policy to fund a buy-sell agreement. Of course, you have to do a evaluation of your business before the buy-sell agreement, because the evaluation of business must be in there. There's different formulas that we use to do a buy-sell agreement. Based on that formula is what will be implemented on that plan. Now, there's different types of buy-sell agreements, and we'll talk about 4. And I'm going to ask Jose and Mara to come up. The first one is what we call a cross-purchase agreement. So a cross-purchase agreement, you're an owner A and owner B own the company. Okay. Now, owner A gets a life insurance policy on owner B, and owner B gets an insurance policy on owner A. In the event that owner A passes away, the family which gets the money will have to, based on the contract, sell the shares or the equity of the company to owner B. All right, that's a simple explanation. Cross-purchase agreement. Now, is the second part or second type of contract is a redemption plan. Let's say that this is what we call a stock redemption plan. They have a binding agreement that in the event that owner A or B passes away, all right, they have to, the business has a transaction of business, they have to sell the business interest. Or this happens if they die, disability, retirement, gets divorced, they are forced to sell their interest to the other party. That's what we call a stock redemption. Is that they sell the equity or the shares. Now, the other one, wait and see, is they don't have to stipulate exactly what's going to happen, but there's 2 things that happen. In the event that either of the partners become disabled or sick, they have to, it's a combination of the 2. They have to wait and see if the other partner wants the shares. If not, the business has to buy the remaining equity and shares. That's what we call a wait and see. And then the last one, a combination of the cross-purchase agreement and the redemption. But they can take a loan out just to save on have tax advantages and not come as passive income. So it's a better benefit for them. But that loan option is an option on the last one, on the combination buy-sell agreement. Any questions on the different types of buy-sell agreements? Thank you guys. Okay, so I'm going to conclude with these pearls of wisdom for an entrepreneur. Okay, the technical part is over. If you have any, my information is in the package. My email, my phone number, my office is right across the street. But I'm going to leave you with this. I always like to give pearls of wisdom of an entrepreneur. And I got this from one of my favorite authors, John Maxwell. One of the books that I think it's the 18 or 12 valuable laws of growth. So I'm going to share this with you, leave you with this. When it comes to growth and success, immediate gratification is always the enemy of growth. So when you're working on your business and you're it reminds me of me when I first started, left the bank, and a lot of people say you're crazy. You're leaving a VP position of a bank, 6-figure salary to start from nothing. And I said, I believe in myself. And God told me that failure was not an option. So I was going to obey what God said. I want to believe anyone. I want to believe the voice of God, right? So it took a lot of sacrifice. I remember the first year, I didn't have a social life. People that know me and follow me on social media love to travel. That year, I didn't travel. I got up in the morning, at 6 a.m. when the sun rises, and I worked all the way to sundown and sometimes midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, because I was a business owner and I had to make my business work, because going back to corporate America was not an option. So I had to give a lot of sacrifice. I didn't have a social life. I didn't travel that year. All I did was work 7 days a week for my business to grow. What are you willing to give up in order to accomplish your goals and your dreams? The fast life for the good life? Fast life is the vacation life, the happy hour, going out with your friends. For the good life, living where you want to live, being around the people you want to be with, living your purpose, being fulfilled. The greater success is to go through life as a man who never gets used to. Always create greater capacity in yourself and therefore margin in life. How do I create a capacity? I always say that in order for you to receive, you have to have the capacity to enlarge your capacity to receive, right? And to grow. How do I do that, Annette? Delegate so you're working smarter, not harder. I see a lot of business owners are doing everything themselves. Delegate to the right people so your business can grow and you can focus on what you do best. Do what you do best and drop the rest. If you are a good salesperson and you know that your business, if you focus on sales, your business will go to the next level, focus on sales. Delegate, get an assistant, pay that price. Because if you believe in yourself and you're doing what you do best, there's no room for failure. Get control of your calendar, otherwise other people will for you. When you have control of your calendar, you're not wasting time. And you tell them exactly when you're available and you do exactly what you have to do. Manage your calendar well. Do not let other people do it for you. Do what you love because they will give you energy. When you have passion for what you do, you will always have energy. You always see me full of energy and excitement. It's because I love what I do. I love this. Educate you, empower you, and plant a little seed so you can be better, your business can be better, and you can grow. Work with people you like so your energy won't be depleted. One of the reasons that I work for myself is I choose who to work with. At the bank, I didn't have an option. I had to work with people just like they can deplete your energy. Toxic people are there to take away from you, from your energy. Work with people you like, and you always have energy. Give up security for significant. Take a risk. If you don't take risk, you will never accomplish anything meaningful. And I'll leave you with this. The great men and women of history were not great because of what they earned and owned, but rather for what they gave up for their lives to fulfill their purpose. God bless you, and thank you so much.